ABC General Hospital spoilers reveal that there's something so deeply personal about the story unfolding right now, especially with the heartbreaking confirmation of Ezra Boyle's death and the utterly shocking way Jen Sidwell chose to deliver that terrible message straight to Laura Collins. I remember thinking as I watched Laura's face register what had just been left on her doorstep, that this wasn't just another casualty in Port Charles. This felt like a deliberate, ice-cold declaration of war, and it sent chills straight through me, even though I've seen my share of soap opera heartbreak over the decades. What strikes me most is how this single act has shifted everything for Laura and Sonny in ways I never quite expected, and I've been turning it over in my mind ever since. Sidwell didn't just eliminate a loose end. He made sure Laura would feel the weight of it personally, and that kind of calculated cruelty has left both of them visibly shaken in a manner that feels refreshingly different from the revenge cycles we've grown so used to in this town. I've always admired Laura's strength. She's carried the weight of the mayor's office and her family with such grace, but watching her grapple with this new level of danger has me wondering aloud to my empty living room. Of course, whether this might finally be the moment she and Sonny decide that some fights are better left behind. They've both lost so much already, haven't they? Sonny with his endless battles to protect what's his, Laura with her quiet determination to keep Port Charles safe for everyone she loves. The obsession that's taken hold of them now isn't the fiery kind we saw years ago with the Cassidines or the mob wars of old. It's quieter, heavier, rooted in a genuine fear that one wrong move could cost them everything they hold dear. And honestly, I find myself hoping they do step back from full-blown retaliation. Not because I want the story to slow down goodness, no, but because it feels like a mature evolution for characters who have earned the right to choose wisdom over vengeance after all these years. Of course, the ripple effects don't stop with Laura and Sonny. The quiet conversations I've imagined happening behind the scenes about preserving Ezra's legacy have added such a poignant layer to everything. And I truly believe this is one of the smartest storytelling choices the show has made in quite some time. Ezra wasn't always the easiest man to root for. He had his flaws, his ambitions, his moments of weakness, but in the end, his life and the way it ended have become a catalyst for real change in Port Charles. I've caught myself reflecting on how many times we've seen powerful men like him come and go, only for their stories to fade once the dust settles. This time feels different. There's a deliberate focus on what he leaves behind, the political alliances he tried to build, the secrets he carried, and the unintended consequences of his choices. It's almost as if the writers are reminding us that even the most flawed among us can spark something lasting, and I love that nuance. It keeps the drama grounded while still delivering those pulse-quickening surprises that make General Hospital the appointment television it's always been for me. And then there's Willow. Oh, Willow. Her potential shift towards Sonny's side in the wake of Ezra's death has me positively buzzing with anticipation. I've watched her grow from that sweet, uncertain young woman into someone who carries the weight of her own complicated history, and this latest development feels like a natural yet surprising turn that honors who she's become. The death of Ezra seems to have cracked open something inside her, perhaps a clearer view of the dangers swirling around the people she cares about, or maybe a deeper understanding of the fragile line between loyalty and survival. I've always thought Willow had the quiet strength to surprise us, and seeing her lean towards Sonny's world now, even tentatively, makes perfect sense to me. It's not a betrayal of her values. It's a recognition that sometimes the safest harbor in a storm like this one is the one built by someone who knows exactly how dark the waters can get. I've argued with my daughter about this over Sunday coffee. She thinks Willow might be heading for trouble, but I believe it's the kind of bold choice that could actually save her in the long run. Either way, it adds such electric tension to the canvas, and I can't wait to see how it plays out alongside Laura's own struggles. What I appreciate most about these intertwined stories is how they prove that General Hospital still knows how to balance high-stakes drama with the emotional truth that keeps us coming back. Sidwell's move with Ezra's body wasn't just shocking for the sake of shock. It forced Laura and Sonny to confront the very real possibility that their usual playbook might not be enough this time. I've seen them both face impossible odds before, but this obsession with the danger he represents feels more layered, more human. They're not rushing headlong into battle the way they might have in their younger years. Instead, there's a thoughtful hesitation, a weighing of consequences that speaks to characters who have lived long enough to understand that every victory carries a price. And that, to me, is what makes this chapter so compelling. It's not just about who wins or loses. It's about how the people we've loved for decades choose to protect what matters most when the threat feels this personal. I keep asking myself the same question every time the credits roll. Will this alliance of necessity between old friends and unlikely new ones hold strong enough to weather what Sidwell has set in motion? The answer, I suspect, will unfold in ways that keep surprising even the most devoted viewers like me. Maintaining Ezra's legacy isn't just a side note. It's becoming the quiet heartbeat of these episodes, influencing decisions big and small across Port Charles. Willow's changing perspective is only the beginning, I'm convinced. We might see her draw closer to Sonny not out of desperation, but out of a hard-won clarity that echoes what Laura and Sonny themselves are wrestling with right now. The show is giving us these rich, overlapping threads that feel both fresh and deeply rooted in the history we all cherish, and that balance is why I'll keep clearing my schedule week after week, no matter how busy life gets. There's a warmth in knowing that even amid the darkest moments, like the sight of that terrible delivery to Laura's door, the writers still leave room for hope and growth. Sonny and Laura aren't giving up, they're simply recalibrating, and that recalibration has the power to reshape alliances we never saw coming. Willow stepping towards Sonny's side because of Ezra's death feels like one of those pivotal shifts that could redefine family and loyalty in Port Charles for seasons to come. I've lived through enough storylines to know that nothing stays static here, and that's exactly what keeps the flame alive after all these years. The danger is real, the emotions run deep, and the next chapter is already promising to be one of the most gripping we've seen in a long while. So here I am, still watching with the same wide-eyed wonder I had as a young mother, sneaking episodes between diaper changes and school runs. These latest developments have reignited that old excitement in the best possible way, intense without being overwhelming, personal without losing the grand scope that makes General Hospital feel like home. I truly believe we're heading into a stretch of storytelling that will have us all talking for months, debating the choices Laura and Sonny make, cheering for Willow's courage, and honoring the complicated legacy Ezra left behind. The heat is on in Port Charles, my friends, and I, for one, wouldn't miss a single second of it. There's always another twist waiting just around the corner, and that's the beautiful promise that keeps this show and all of us who love it coming back for more.